Bangor. From the Great Northwoods to the Rock Mount Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Today on Good Morning Maine, details of the devastating car crash that took the lives of 4 Maine Maritime Academy students. Plus, we'll hear the latest data regarding overdose deaths in Penobscot County, and we'll get a glimpse of the convoy of first responders who escorted the Wreaths Across America trucks all the way to Arlington National Cemetery. These stories and more coming up. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith and thank you for tuning in this morning. Let's hit the ground running and get a first check of our forecast with Devin Biggs.
Hey Emma, happy Monday morning. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Alrighty, here we go. So we have a couple of alerts in effect. Small craft advisories in effect until 7 a.m. for your Tuesday. System offshore causing the waves to get a little bit active with some gusty winds as well, but another system moving in later this week, which is why we have gale watches in effect. The ocean will continue to remain active moving forward. Let's zoom things out right now. Starting out with some clouds. In some areas, even saw some snow in the southwestern parts of the state. That has since started to get out of here. And now right there is a cloud line as tracking to the south. So we might notice a few clouds this morning, but the sunshine will come out and it'll be abundant throughout the daytime today. So if you're looking for a lot of reasons to get outside, the sunshine will surely help out with that. Let's zoom things out. There's an area of low pressure located right about in here. And that's going to be moving away from us, and that will mean the clouds will get out of here briefly before another system moves in later this week, with chances for rain and a few snow showers as well. But for today, a lot of sunshine, maybe a few passing clouds, but more clouds will start to approach later on tonight as we head towards tomorrow morning as well. The winds will be out of the north, maybe sustained at around 10 to 15 miles per hour at times, gusts up to 20, maybe 25 miles per hour cannot be ruled out. Your hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, a lot of sunshine and away temperatures in the 20s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Emma?
Thank you, Devin. Police have a suspect in custody after a man reportedly arrived at the Pleasant Point police station after being shot twice. Saturday at 4:12 p.m., a man entered the Pleasant Point Police Department suffering from 2 gunshot wounds. Police say the incident occurred on Middle Road in Pleasant Point. A man was transported to the Calais Community Hospital, where he was treated for non-life-threatening injuries. Following an investigation, Albaluez Abi Dana was taken into custody for his alleged involvement in the shooting. The police say the investigation is ongoing. Last night, Maine Maritime Academy held a vigil to remember the 4 students that lost their lives in Saturday's devastating crash.
Communities all along New England are mourning the loss of 4 Maine Maritime Academy students. Police confirm Brian Kennelly, Chase Fawcett, Luke Simpson, and Riley Ingasio Cameron all died in a car accident Saturday morning on December 10th. The 3 other students traveling in the 2013 Range Rover were taken to the hospital for non-life-threatening injuries. Maine State Police say the group was traveling south on Route 166 when the vehicle left the road and struck a tree before erupting into flames. Many of the first responders who were on site at the crash were also MMA students.
As somebody who was on site at the event at about 0300 2 nights ago, I saw each and every one of our first responders. I want to pause and make a special note of gratitude and thanks to our first responders.
William J. Brennan, the president of Maine Maritime Academy, says that all finals have been canceled and counseling is being offered to all students, faculty, and staff. In wake of the tragedy, the Academy held a candlelight vigil at the center of campus on Sunday to honor those lost in the crash.
These young men were your classmates. They were your students. They were your friends. They lived in our town. They chose Castine, and they chose Maine Maritime, the Mariner family in the Mariner way.
The memory of these young men lives on in the lives they touched, like the principal of Gardner High School, Chad Kempton, who says he knew Chase Fawcett since he was in preschool.
Going to MMA really speaks to who he was, a very motivated young man, very determined, goal-oriented, and obviously was going to be successful at whatever he put his mind to doing.
In Castine, I'm Devin Dagnall for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
A car wreck occurred in South Lincoln early Sunday morning. Despite incredible damage, the occupant of the vehicle was evaluated and released by EMS. According to the Lincoln Fire Department, there is a large section of guardrail missing over Pollard Brook, so make sure to drive with care. The DOT has, though, been notified that the area is in need of repair. In light of Human Rights Day, we spoke to the founder of Penobscot County Cares to learn more about record drug overdose numbers here in Penobscot County. According to Maine's monthly overdose report, Penobscot County has 11 of the 58 recorded drug overdose deaths, ranking as the highest county drug overdose rates statewide. Penobscot County Cares is a collective of over 30 organizations working to raise awareness to this national crisis. Leaders suggest American Rescue Act plan funds go towards long-term solutions like affordable housing and inpatient facility services.
These problems have never been worse, but we've never had these many resources to address them. So we need more safe, stable, affordable housing.
Penobscot County Cares will host an online forum discussing the expansion of emergency shelter. Find out more by logging on to foxbangor.com. Volunteers and officers work to collect pet goods and funds to support local seniors and their furry companions this winter. David Ledford has the story.
While many are finishing up their seasonal shopping, some are spending their time collecting donations for furry friends across the state. In Bangor, members of the Bangor Police Department partnered with the Eastern Area Agency on Aging to continue their annual tradition of giving back to the community. Officers collected money and pet food for local seniors who struggled to provide for their pets during the winter. According to Jason McCambly, Public Information Officer for the Bangor Police Department, the donations they collect will come as a welcome relief to many who are forced to make difficult choices this time of year.
We're just out here collecting food to give to seniors in our area that will literally make a choice of feeding their pet before feeding themselves or paying their heating bills. So this takes a little bit of burden off them.
In Pittsfield, volunteers came together at Danforth's Down Home Supermarket to collect pet supplies as well. Brandy Vintenier, owner of A Place for Pups, put together the event for the fourth year in a row and says that the outpouring of support from the community couldn't have come at a better time.
There's a huge need for items for pets in the Humane Society and at the sanctuary. You know, it's the time of year, it's the time in the world in general that items are needed.
Donations collected by A Place for Pups will go to animals at the Somerset Humane Society and Spirit's Place, a cat sanctuary in St. Albans. David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22.
To support hungry animals and the people who care for them, visit the Somerset Humane Society website or eaaa.org. Well, the Wreaths Across America convoy left from Harrington yesterday, stopping for a kickoff ceremony in Ellsworth, heading down Route 1, then to China, and ending their journey at the Arlington National Cemetery. Upon arrival at the cemetery, there will be a wreath-laying ceremony to honor the fallen heroes. First responders from Machias to Berwick and many in between helped escort multiple tractor-trailer trucks full of wreaths make the journey south. We'll have an update when the wreath-laying ceremony occurs. Bangor's Community Connector hosted a grand opening ceremony at the new Bangor Area Transit Center on Friday. Organizers say the project is a long time coming.
Oh, this means like a footprint on the ground. We have a place to be now.
Friday, dozens gathered to witness the official ribbon cutting for the new Bangor Area Transit Center at 25 Water Street in Bangor. The transit center will serve as a hub for the Community Connector that serves Bangor, Brewer, Old Town, Hamden, and Vesey.
Many passengers rely on the trademark red buses to travel to and from work, school, healthcare appointments. So this is the day when we can celebrate yet another advancement for our region and for the great city of Bangor.
Riders will no longer have to seek shelter in a nearby parking deck to avoid harsh winter conditions or the blistering summer sun.
This is going to be the perfect place for people to wait for the bus and use the restroom, get some water, and just move on to the next bus.
After 5 years of planning, project leaders say the transit's downtown location will spark economic growth for nearby business owners while saving riders a few bucks.
Having the transit center right here in the middle of downtown, I think is a great feature, because that will just bring more people downtown, and that will just help the whole community.
I don't usually use public transportation because I have a car, but I started a new job and I've seen a lot of people that have been using it, so I think it means a real lot to them.
With the fuel prices going up, we couldn't have asked for it opening at a better time.
The transit center will officially begin services on December 14th. In Bangor, AJ Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
No telling when you may want to use the bus if you want to save some money on gas, or if your car breaks down. It's always going to be useful. Well, the time is now 8:10. Coming up on the Good Morning Maine show, the University of Maine has developed new air filtration technology that could fundamentally change the way airborne pathogens are tracked. Details when we return, but first let's take a quick look at that overnight forecast. Sunny and windy today, highs of around 28 degrees. That sun is deceiving. Dropping down to an even chillier 17 tonight. It's remaining clear, but some clouds are moving in tomorrow, where we'll also see some breeze, high of around 32 degrees.
If you've been hurt in a car accident, watch out.
Watch out. The insurance company is going to ask you to sign some papers. Don't do it.
Watch out. You may be entitled to money your insurance company isn't telling you about.
Don't trust that insurance company after your accident. You could miss out on a lot of money. Call the twos and we'll watch out for you.
Lowry and Associates watched out for me and got me $400,000.
Call the twos. We win for you.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do? Call 222-2222.
Hey, it's Eric from Green Bear 420. We've been in business since 2010 and going strong, so stop in and check us out. We specialize in glass art by over 100 local artists and even have live glass blowing. Plus, we carry incense, novelties, t-shirts, and hard-to-find items. We have tons of local products for the tie-dye wearing person in your circle of friends. Come see us at 531 Moosehead Trail in Newport. And remember, Green Bear 420, it's not just a store, it's a lifestyle.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from the Stanley's Auto Center family. We are here for your tires, repairs, and winter essentials. Happy holidays from Morin Fuel, now hiring drivers for this holiday season. Merry Christmas from A Body in Need Spa and Wellness Center on State Street in Bangor.
He's got a dime in his waiting room. You need to call a code white.
After everything that I have done,
I protected you.
Do you really trust the FBI? As long as Camdar is breathing, none of us are safe.
I didn't steal from you.
you've lied to me one too many times.
Finish her.
Get down!
The Cleaning Lady 2-hour season finale tonight on Fox.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. New technology developed right here in Maine could fundamentally change the way airborne pathogens are tracked. Devin Dagnall met with engineers that made it happen.
Engineers at the University of Maine, Orono, have developed what they call a bio-inspired coating for air filters. The coating will safely catch airborne pathogens that come in contact with the filter.
This is important because at the beginning of the pandemic, we didn't know where the virus was in the air. We just know that it could potentially be anywhere. What we really needed was a way to test to see where the virus was and whether or not it was still infectious.
Caitlin Howell, the associate professor of biomedical engineering at the university, says that the coating was inspired by the pitcher plant, a plant that uses a thin coating of liquid to entrap insects in the base of its pitcher. Howell says that by catching pathogens, researchers will be able to track and study viruses like COVID-19 far more efficiently.
So we had the idea of coating this on current air filtration membranes. And then we thought what would happen, our hypothesis, was that we would then be able to take whatever was captured on those membranes and be able to look and see, was it infectious virus?
Howell says that this development could not have been possible without all of the work that the students at the university put into it. Avery Bond, one of the students who helped develop the coating, says that she's just happy to have been part of such an amazing project.
Hopefully this has a much larger impact than just on myself and our lab. Hopefully this will impact hospitals, etc., and maybe that this work can actually be put into place.
In Orono, I'm Devin Dagnall, reporting for ABC7 and Fox 22.
Biomedical engineering inspired by a carnivorous plant. I think that's pretty cool. Well, switching gears now, a Dedham camp is hosting an online charity auction in an effort to support disabled community members. Camp Capella is a lakeside summer camp that offers recreational and educational opportunities to disabled individuals. Auction funds will go towards camp admission costs, as all campers are welcome despite their ability to pay. Around $11,000 worth of items ranging from gift cards to vacations were donated from businesses near and far. Executive Director Melanie Dresser says she hopes to expand to a year-round camping option, but the organization is in need of a facility upgrade and 2 additional cabins. Dresser hopes donors and volunteers can help make dreams of a year-round camp a reality.
It's amazing. All of our campers, they love camp. This is their vacation. This is where they come. This is where they want to be in the summertime. They start putting in their applications as early as January.
Excuse me. Anyone interested in becoming a donor or just doing some easy Christmas shopping for a good cause should log on to campcapella.org. And if you need a recap for that link, log on to foxbangor.com. Camp Capella is a really well-known and loved institution in our community, so it's really good to support them. Well, the time is now 8:16. After the break, we'll hear the opinions of a few people on the streets in Bangor regarding mask wearing. Plus, we'll hear advice from medical professionals on how to stay protected from the flu that is going around. We'll be right back with the details.
Check 1, check 2. The store's appearance may have changed throughout the years, but its dedication to our community and families has not wavered. We will still welcome you with a smile and top-notch service. If you need coffee,
check.
Tasty treats,
check.
Freshly made pizza, check. Or wine and spirits,
check.
Stop by and fill up your tank and check us out.
Come bowl a few games here at Bangor Brewer Bowling Lanes. We're one of the only candlepin bowling alley centers in Maine, conveniently located in the heart of Brewer. You always have the opportunity to simply bowl for fun. However, you can also join a league. We have youth leagues, adult and senior leagues. Now don't forget, we also host birthday parties for under $100, and gift certificates are also available. Give us a call right away at 989-3798 to make reservations for your birthday party today.
You ready? There's no peeking.
It's festive family fun.
Window.
Christmas present.
Christmas gift. Gift is correct.
All wrapped up.
No boots, no boots, no boots, no shoes.
No shoes is correct.
There we go.
These are a little like Santa's helper's shoes.
In one picture-perfect show.
Come on, one more, let's go. It's a hat.
Party
It's
hat.
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus is correct.
Dictionary.
Weekdays at 10 on Fox 22.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. Thank you for staying with us. Well, we spoke to a few people to get their thoughts about if more folks should mask to protect themselves during flu season.
It's mostly people's preferences. I have a daughter that has heart conditions, so
It's honestly their preferences.
I think if people are sick, definitely. I just got my flu vaccine and COVID vaccine like literally 15 minutes ago. I am a teacher at a school, and we had 50% of our students out this week.
If you're sick, you stay home. I mean, if you're out in public, you get coughing, you should just cover your cough. You know, you don't need to get in people's faces and stuff. But the masking, I disagree.
I think we should wear masks because we ain't never going to get by it if we don't.
After a recent spike in flu cases, doctors are advising everyone to get their flu vaccines to stop the spread. Matthew Dronsick has the story.
With the holidays quickly approaching, it's a time where family and friends reunite, spend time together gathered around the fire, and trade many hugs and kisses. While this is the most wonderful time of the year, doctors are urging everyone to take the proper precautions.
We've seen a significant increase in not only just influenza or the flu, but also COVID-19 and RSV.
According to the Maine CDC, there's been a total of 110 flu hospitalizations this season, 63 recorded last week.
We're seeing a lot less people wearing masks. They're definitely congregating more than they had been before in indoor settings, and that's just a setup for respiratory viruses.
In order to combat the current triple-demic, Dr. Jeffrey Bauer suggests getting your flu shot.
People who get the flu shot are less likely to be hospitalized, they're less likely to get sick, the death rates decrease, and you get fewer of your friends and family sick if you get your immunization.
Both Dr. Jarvis and Dr. Bauer stress that young children and those with underlying conditions are at the highest risk of getting sick. For those who are on the fence on whether to get the flu shot, Dr. Bauer says there are many benefits.
It's actually the natural way to help prevent illness. It doesn't involve putting strange chemicals into your body to fight off an infection. What it does is it teaches your body what it can fight off, and it lets your body's own defenses protect you.
And while it is still possible to get sick after receiving the flu shot, Dr. Jarvis says it's the best way to protect the community.
When we talk about getting the flu shot, really what we really want to see is that not that we decrease how severe if you were to contract the flu, how severe your illness would be. We really want to keep those hospitalizations and certainly deaths down to as small a number as possible.
Matthew Jaroncic, ABC7 and Fox 22.
It's definitely going around. I'm just getting over a cold myself, so make sure to wash your hands frequently. Well, the time is now 8:22. Let's get a full look at that forecast. Meteorologist Evan Biggs is in with the latest.
Alrighty, Emma, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home and Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Alrighty, here we go. Couple of alerts in effect, so the winds are a little gusty out there today. That's why we have small cat advisories up until 7 a.m. as we head towards your Tuesday. Further off to the south and west, we're watching another system now begin to move in. These are gale watches up ahead of that next system, which will cause more gusty winds. And it could be even worse than what we have in effect right now with this latest system that's moving through. Here is the good news. So the cloud line is located right about in here, and it's tracking to the south with a system that's off to our south and west. That means the sunshine will be coming out for us today as the system begins to move away from us, and which means high pressure will move in briefly, but a few more clouds will begin to approach before another system starts to approach, or at least the back edge a bit, and that'll give us opportunities for rain and snow showers as we head towards later this week. So futurecasts moving forward, though, we'll get a lot of sunshine, maybe a few passing clouds from time to time. This chance for rain and snow showers will come from a very unusual direction from the northeast going toward the south and west, but not so much Tuesday. But as we head towards Tuesday night and the parts of Wednesday, a lot of the chances for snow that'll begin to rotate in from time to time, and maybe switching over to a few rain showers as well as temperatures warm up. Not a lot of snow with this. We don't have to worry about this at all. Maybe 1 to 2 inches, isolated areas of 3 inches before we're all finished up. So not a huge deal at all, but just a little bit of snow that will be on the way, and maybe mixing with a little bit of rain as well. This does take into account the snowfall too, but it's measured in rainfall units, so some areas can see 1/4 of an inch of water and some capacity before we're all finished up. Otherwise, though, gusty winds will also be on the way, reaching up to around around 25 miles per hour throughout the daytime today, and just a few spots, mainly along the coastline, farther inland, not too bad. We'll see the winds backing off a little bit later tonight, but look what happens tomorrow. More gusty winds up at 20 to 25 miles per hour will be on the way. And already the wave heights are pretty active, ranging from around 7 to 12 feet according to some of the buoys out there, even up to 11 feet further out towards sea. So we're going to be watching the wave heights as we do move forward this week. Our average high is 36 degrees. We'll reach for the upper 20s, a little below average today, with lower 30s for you Tuesday, back above normal as we head towards Wednesday and Thursday in the upper 30s. We'll remain in the upper 30s Friday and Saturday, and also in your Sunday. So for today, upper 20s, mostly sunny and breezy, with that north wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. As for tonight, upper teens getting a little chilly out there with a mostly clear sky, and that north breeze getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. As for tomorrow, lower 30s, partly cloudy and breezy, northwest wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Scott's Recreation extended forecast chances for snow begin Tuesday night, with rain and snow showers possible on Wednesday, highs in the upper 30s. We then become mostly cloudy on Thursday, highs in the upper 30s. More rain and snow showers on Friday, highs also in the upper 30s.
Whether you're hurt by a box truck or by any commercial vehicle, you may have a big case worth big money. If you've been hurt by any commercial truck, call the Twos. We win for you.
Hurt by a commercial truck? Come out on top. Call the Twos.
So small, so smart. Hearing aids that I can personalize to each ear right from here. Brilliant.
This holiday season, save $400 on Eargo 6. Call or go online now.
Welcome to Kings Mountain RC and Hobby Shop in Brewer.
And some call me the King.
There are RC trucks, cars, crawlers, and parts aplenty. There are planes, metal detectors, and gear galore. I have decreed that all people can book birthday parties with their RC vehicles provided for all. We have indoor and outdoor tracks and crawling courses available. Bring yourself, your family, and friends to Kings Mountain RC and Hobby Shop, South Main Street, Brewer.
Filling out a wish list at Quality Jewelers means a whole lot more this year. Quality Jewelers will donate $25 to Make-A-Wish for every completed wish list. Help make wishes come true by simply filling out a wish list at Quality Jewelers between now and December 18th. Quality Jewelers will also donate an additional $25 with purchase of any wish list item. So don't wait, fill out a wish list today and help make the wish of someone in need come true. Quality Jewelers, Penobscot Plaza, Bangor.
Oh, that's normal. Wow.
This holiday season, get 2.9% APR for 48 months plus $500 trade assist cash on a new 2023 Forte.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine, and now for your national news. Justice served more than 30 years after the bombing on Pan Am Flight 103. On December 21st, 1988, the plane exploded over Lockerbie, Scotland, killing everyone on board, most of them Americans. Now, after nearly 34 years, the suspected bomb maker will face charges in the U.S. Fox News correspondent David Spunt has that story from the White House.
This is a story more than 3 decades in the making. 270 people were killed, 259 on board, and 11 on the ground. Of the 259 on board, 190 were Americans. That includes 35 students from Syracuse University. On Sunday, the suspect made his way to the United States, Abu Aguila Muhammad Massoud. He will make an appearance in federal court in Washington, D.C. on Monday. After a 2-year negotiation, the United States was able to get him into U.S. custody and back to the States to face these charges. December 21st, 1988, Pan Am Flight 103, a flight headed to New York City, blew up over Lockerbie, Scotland after taking off from London's Heathrow Airport. Massoud is accused of making the bomb. 2 others were charged in the early 1990s but were never extradited to the United States. Massoud is the first to actually face charges physically on American soil. Tom Ammerman was just 36 years old when he died on Flight 103. He was coming home from a business trip. Ammerman is survived by his wife, Carolyn, and two daughters, Casey and Jill. We spoke to his brother, who credited the White House, but in the same vein, believes Iran was involved, and there is more to uncover.
So, Mr. President, you're on the time clock. You're a Democrat, but Republicans have dropped the ball on this also. But it's now up to President Biden. Don't deflect this to a statement from the State Department. You know the issues. You live the issues with me. And I would love an opportunity to discuss this with you.
The late Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi accepted responsibility for the bombing in a general sense and paid restitution for the victims' families, but denied he ordered the attack. It took 2 years of negotiations to make this extradition possible. On December 21st, 2020, 32 years after the explosion, then Attorney General Bill Barr announced the charges against Massoud. At the White House, David Spunt, Fox News.
Prominent American journalist Grant Wahl has died in Qatar after collapsing while covering the World Cup. At this time, foul play is not suspected. Wahl was stopped and briefly detained by authorities in Qatar weeks ago when he wore a rainbow shirt in support of LGBTQ rights to the first U.S. soccer match against Wales.
While fans in Qatar cheer on the final rounds of the 2022 World Cup, a tragedy on the sidelines for the American soccer community, with news of the sudden passing of U.S. soccer journalist Grant Wahl. Wahl was in Qatar covering his 8th World Cup. He sought treatment after feeling sick earlier this week, writing on his website, quote, "My body finally broke down on me. 3 weeks of little sleep, high stress, and lots of work can do that to you. I went into the medical clinic at the main media center today, and they said I probably have bronchitis." Authorities say he collapsed Friday while covering the match between Argentina and the Netherlands. His friends and colleagues deeply saddened by the loss.
For him to not be with us anymore at such a young age, that's an immense shock.
I always think back to me as a teenager and having Grant, in our building down at St. V. So it's a tragic loss.
Wahl wrote for Sports Illustrated for more than 2 decades before starting his own website. He was one of the most popular and influential journalists covering soccer, and worked to increase the sport's popularity in America after the U.S. played host to the 1994 World Cup.
Soccer's had a very checkered history in the United States, but I think Grant really helped to establish it in the general sports public eye as, this is a serious sport.
An official cause of death has not been released. Wahl was just 48 years old. Kevin Uretsky, Fox News.
An annual deadline for health care coverage is approaching for those without insurance coverage. The deadline to sign up for Obamacare is this Thursday, the health care law that came into effect in 2014 to help the uninsured in the U.S. requires enrollment for coverage to start on January 1st. Those already with Obamacare will have it automatically renewed. For those who enrolled after the deadline, coverage will not start until February 1st, leaving them uninsured for the month of January. A protest being held in the Philippines against a rising number of injustices by the nation's president. Thousands of demonstrators gathering in Manila Saturday, marching towards the presidential palace to demand justice against extrajudicial killings and other atrocities under the administration of President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. 828 political prisoners have been detained as of November 30th. At least 25 of those are said to have been arrested after Marcos took office in June. At least 17 cases of extrajudicial killings have been documented, in addition to 4 other incidents of violence in which victims survived. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says the Russians have reduced the eastern city of Bakhmut, the ruins, to ruins. This as missiles, rockets, and airstrikes are reported in several areas across the country. Fox's Nate Foy is in Kyiv with the latest.
Ukrainian defense officials say between yesterday and today, Russia has launched 60 rocket attacks and 15 drone strikes, specifically in the southern part of Ukraine. 10 of those drones were shot down, but it comes just one day after the United States offered an additional $275 million in military aid for Ukraine. Big part of that package is air defense, specifically against drones and Iranian-made drones, which are being used more and more by Russia in this war. More on that in a second. First, take a look at this video from the Donbass region. As you have seen, intense fighting continues there. President Zelensky says the city of Bakhmut has been destroyed because of that intense fighting. This has been a clear goal of the Russian military throughout the conflict. They are expending tremendous resources trying to take full control of the Donbass. So far, they have been unsuccessful. But back to those Iranian-made drones. They're being used again after a few weeks where they weren't. It appears that Russia has received more supply from Iran, but U.S. officials are worried about the relationship between the two countries. Iran has been Russia's biggest military supporter since August, and U.S. officials say that relationship is expected to get stronger.
We expect Iranian support for the Russian military to only grow in coming months. We even believe that Iran is considering the sale of hundreds of ballistic missiles from Iran to Russia. We have also seen reports that Moscow and Tehran are considering the establishment of a joint production line for lethal drones in Russia.
The White House worries in return for those drones, Russia will offer Iran advanced military weapons and equipment like helicopters, fighter planes, and air defense systems. John Kirby says if this relationship continues as it is, the threat will extend far beyond Ukraine and include the entire world, but specifically Iran's regional neighbors. Just yesterday, Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin said Russia is expanding its nuclear arsenal, which is already the largest in the world, ahead of the United States. And President Vladimir Putin has suggested multiple times throughout this war he's not afraid of using those weapons. Reporting in Kyiv, Ukraine, I'm Nate Foy, Fox News.
Still to come here on the second half of our show, we'll have a recap of the Artemis 1 making it back to Earth after a 25-day journey to the moon and back. We'll be right back with the details.
Silver Fox Automotive is a family-owned and operated company with more than 30 years of experience. We are originally from the county and offer competitive prices and promise you will be completely satisfied with our work. We offer a stress-free experience to both our new and returning customers. We only use parts from reputable brands to ensure your vehicle is safe to drive. Here at Silver Fox, there will always be a friendly face to greet you. Come see us at 2004 Audlin Road in Herman.
Leona May's Antique and Gift Shop is now open in Newport. Our unique building is a converted 1800s single-family home that we've given a new life to. A home for treasures, from antiques, collectibles, unique gifts, and so much more. Come make the rounds throughout the many rooms on all 3 floors as you wander back in time or find a unique gift that's perfect for that special someone or that hard-to-buy-for relative. So come visit us today. Leona May's Antique and Gift Shop, 147 Main Street, Newport.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. Today is Monday, December 12th, 2022, and the days are certainly dwindling in the year. As of today, there are 19 days left in 2022. December 12th is Day of the Virgin of Guadalupe, a national holiday in Mexico devoted to honor the day when Virgin Mary made an appearance to a young man in 1531. Even though it's a national holiday, most companies and organizations organize masses and feasts for their employees. And in America, today is National Ambrosia Day, celebrating a Greek mythological food. It's not very mythological here in the States. It's also known as food of the gods. But as far as I'm concerned, the gods can keep it. I haven't really found one recently that is for me. On this day in history, the U.S. Supreme Court released its decision regarding the Bush versus Gore presidential election. Of course, we know, ruling in Bush's favor, and we thought the 2021 lasted a while. For birthdays today, we have legendary pop singer Frank Sinatra, perfect for this time of year. Actress Jennifer Connelly is 52 today, and longtime game show host Bob Barker is 99 years old today. He's still in very good health, so happy birthday to all of them. And now let's switch gears and check in with meteorologist Evan Biggs to get that full weather forecast.
Hey Emma, happy Monday morning. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Alrighty, here we go. So we have a couple of alerts in effect. Small craft advisories in effect until 7 a.m. for your Tuesday. System offshore causing the waves to get a little bit active with some gusty winds as well, but another system moving in later this week, which is why we have gale watches in effect. The ocean will continue to remain active moving forward. Let's zoom things out right now. Starting out with some clouds. In some areas even saw some snow in the southwestern parts of the state. That has since started to get out of here. And now right there is the cloud line as tracking to the south. So we might notice a few clouds this morning, but the sunshine will come out and it'll be abundant throughout the daytime today. So if you're looking for a lot of reasons to get outside, the sunshine will surely help out with that. Let's zoom things out. There's an area of low pressure located right about in here, and that's going to be moving away from us, and that will mean the clouds will get out of here briefly before another system moves in later this week, with chances for rain and a few snow showers as well. Before it's a lot of sunshine, maybe a few passing clouds, but more clouds will start to approach later on tonight as we head towards tomorrow morning as well. The winds will be out of the north, maybe sustained at around 10 to 15 miles per hour at times, gusts up to 20, maybe 25 miles per hour, cannot be ruled out. Your hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, a lot of sunshine on the way, temperatures in the 20s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Emma?
That sun is deceiving. Well, the Artemis 1 spacecraft completed its mission on Sunday, splashing down in the Pacific Ocean off Mexico's Baja California Peninsula. The unmanned test flight around the moon lasted 25.5 days. The mission was carried out to pave the way for the future space flights that will carry astronauts. It traveled 239,000 miles between the moon and Earth, traveling at 32 times the speed of sound. NASA says the re-entry step was among the most important and dangerous legs of the mission. But NASA officials say the process was, in a word, textbook. Well, doing yoga can have all sorts of positive health benefits. Scientists at the Quebec Heart and Lung Institute say practicing yoga can help lower your blood pressure. Researchers did a study splitting 60 people into two groups. All were diagnosed with high blood pressure, doing either yoga or stretching exercises. Both groups had a drop in resting blood pressure and heart rate. Systolic blood pressure, the top number, dropped by 10, compared to just 4 for those stretching. That is very interesting. I wonder if it has anything to do with the meditation aspect of yoga. Well, and still to come here this morning, Ryan Sudol will have your weekend sports recap. We'll be right back.
Hello, Maine. This is Steve McKay. Not sure what the weather will be in your neck of the woods, but there's a 100% chance of Luke showing up near you. Next Home Experience is listing and selling homes throughout Maine. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience.
Even though Dorsey Furniture is known for our vast collections of quality home furnishings, sometimes we like to venture into the forgotten passageways and dark corners of our enormous warehouse to mine the odd nightstand, forgotten sofa, orphaned love seat, or the elusive discontinued mattress. Meanwhile, our sales manager, and not the bean counters, smash the original retail prices into tiny fractions of themselves. Dorsey Furniture, black tag sale going on now.
Big trucks rule the road. They're dangerous, and they can cause big, bad injuries. But the big trucking companies don't stand a chance against me. These companies have big insurance policies, and if you're hurt by one of these big boys, I'll fight to make them pay up for you. I'm Jim with Lowry & Associates. If you've been hurt by a big truck, call the twos. We win for you.
Hurt by a big truck? Come out on top. Call the twos. Call 222-2222.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from the Stanley's Auto Center family. We are here for your tires, repairs, and winter essentials. Happy holidays from Morin Fuel, now hiring drivers for this holiday season. Merry Christmas from A Body in Need Spa and Wellness Center on State Street in Bangor.
Looking for your dream home? Contact a Next Homie today and see what's available right now. Sellers, get ready to get looped and get sold. With Next Home Experience, we have your buyers.
25 words or less.
Do this with me, boys. Ready? Yes.
It's just a game.
Weekdays at 9 on Fox 22.
Hey everybody, Ryan Sudol here. I hope you're having a great day so far. Let's make your day better with some happy news. Maine women's ice hockey is having the best season they've had in years. New players, a new coach, and a new culture have been the driving factors.
After winning 3 straight games, including one over 10th-ranked Clarkson, Maine women's ice hockey are number 18 in the nation.
We get a lot of confidence from playing and winning those games. You know, we can hang with the top 15 teams in the country.
It's an already crowning achievement for first-year head coach and former Olympian Molly Engstrom.
The team is really bought in. I'm new to them, they're new to me. So I think both parties leaning in is what's helping us.
Many stars have shined for the Black Bears this year, but a new cluster from Germany has recently come to the forefront. The Welke twins.
They're just very dynamic players. They play well together. You know, being a twin, you have kind of a connection on the ice.
Freshmen Louisa and Lily Welke are the team's top 2 point scorers. Louisa is the Hockey East Conference Rookie of the Week. Lily, Rookie of the Month.
I mean, the team is like making fun about it, that we like got it at the same time, kind of. Because we're twins, that we always share everything. Yeah.
They also share great talent on the ice. As Engstrom says, they're sneaky.
They're just able to get in behind players, create offense. They know where each other are. All of those things, I think, is helping them grow.
Outside of the team's improved play, perhaps the biggest change for the Black Bears this year is a newfound sense of looseness and fun.
And if you're not having fun, it's hard to show up to the rink every day.
I think that's like the whole idea behind it, that you do it because you want to have fun and you just enjoy being with your team.
Yeah. It's a fun sport, and we need to be reminded of that sometimes because we get so serious and so into it.
All things considered, the Black Bears have a lot to be happy about headed into the holiday break. But this team is nowhere near satisfied.
We have a lot of work to do, you know, to clean things up. We just go back to the details and doing things the way that we want to do them.
Both players would be okay with that chest bump, by the way. The Black Bears' first games after break will be on January 5th and 6th at Boston College. Let's head to the hardwood now. Just down the street at Herman, the Hawks boys and girls open their season Saturday with a doubleheader against Waterville. Let's see how that turned out. Boys game up first, and we got a special guest. Check it out, guys. Santa Claus is in the house. I guess he's a Hawks fan. Halfway through the third, Waterville's Garrett Gendro loses it on the ground. He taps it over to Dustin Hunter, who nails the three-pointer. Panthers down 36-29. Later in the third, Herman with it. This is Maddox Kinney with the three-pointer. He was going to walk it down, but he swishes it. Waterville up 40-29 with 3 to go in the third. Still third. Hawks Bryce Edwards can't make. Kinney the rebound. He misses. Own rebound. Still misses. How many chances are they going to get? Ball is loose. It finally ends up with Colvin Ham, who puts it in. Hawks up 48-31 after 3. And in the fourth quarter, here is Edwards with a Hail Mary pass caught by Brody Hurd, who lays it up and in. Hawks go on to win 56-47. To the girls now. This would actually be the Panthers game early. 7-0 run to start, mostly due to Mara Van Osen. There she steals it and lays it up and in. Upset maybe? Let's see. Later in the first, Ashley Cody for Herman can't hit her three. Veronica Chiquetto says, I got you. That gives the Hawks their first lead, 12-10, and they wouldn't relinquish it. Second quarter, here's Cody again, going past everybody to the hoop for the lay-in. She must play for the Hawks because she flies. 28-17 Hawks. Later in the second, Hawks up big. Shot goes off the mark. It's tapped out to Sadie Campbell, and she makes chicken noodle soup out of Waterville. She nails the three. 49-17 lead at the half for Herman. They go on to win it 70-35. Wow. Speaking of wow, there aren't many athletes this year that have wowed us more than Orono's Ruth White, and she got her chance to shine at the National Cross Country Championships in California on Saturday. White did not disappoint. She finished 17th out of 37 with a time of 17:55.5. White qualified for the race after finishing 4th at the Northeast Regional Race back on November 30th. She's a 2-time New England Regional Champion, and oh yeah, she's a junior. Still more to offer in her already phenomenal career. That's all the time we have for sports. I'm Ryan Sudol. We'll be back right after the break.
pain, and anxiety are all feelings associated with dental treatments, but it doesn't have to be that way. Dental lasers offer a way to remove tooth decay without using the dental drill. In fact, we do most dental fillings here at Twin City Dental without numbing, so no needle. And for treatments like root canals or having many teeth extracted, we also provide IV sedation. So call Twin City Dental for your next dentist appointment.
Come visit Candor Cafe inside the Bangor Mall, where your fresh and healthy meals are made for you by a certified nutritionist. We also offer plant-based and gluten-free options. Stop by and see us today. Candor Cafe inside the Bangor Mall.
Happy holidays from Deanne and Donna at All About Travel. Call today to book your winter vacation. Happy holidays from the Body Graphics Studio family. Come see us at our new location, and thank you for your business. Happy holidays from all of us from the Parody Shop and Save family. We thank you for all of your business this year.
Let's face it, getting training and experience is hard, but at Loring Job Corps we can help. From certifications in automotive technology, obtaining your CDL, or learning building trades, we have you covered. Maybe you prefer joining the high-tech world of computer networking or cybersecurity. We have that as well. Don't delay, get in the driver's seat to your future today. And the best part, Loring Job Corps is free. Receive free training, free meals, and even free housing. Call or go to jobcorps.gov/Loring. Job Corps careers begin here.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. Well, Airbnb bans New Year's Eve rentals to avoid destructive parties. The homestay platform restrictions affect bookings in 11 different countries, including the U.S., Canada, Brazil, New Zealand, France, and Spain. In a blog, they stated their aim is to, quote, reducing instances of unauthorized parties and helping hosts protect against neighborhood disruption. Bookings for one night on December 31st will be blocked if the user does not have a positive or existing account history. Since starting the policy in 2020, the company has seen a 56% decrease in disturbances during the New Year's Eve holiday season. Airbnb is also giving Lord of the Rings fans a chance to travel to Middle-earth. The shooting location of the film franchise in New Zealand, known as Hobbiton, will be available on Tuesday for a few guests to book a stay in the Shire. The cost to stay is only $6 a night, but only 3 individual 2-night bookings will be accepted. According to Airbnb, the allotted stays will be in 2023. More details are available on Airbnb's website. Now here's meteorologist Devin Biggs with our full weather forecast.
Alrighty, Emma, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Scotch Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home and Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Alrighty, here we go. Couple of alerts in effect, so the winds are a little gusty out there today. That's why we have small cat advisories up until 7 a.m. as we head towards your Tuesday. Further off to the south and west, we're watching another system now begin to move in. These are gale watches up ahead of that next system, which will cause more gusty winds, and it could be even worse than what we have in effect right now with this latest system that's moving through. Here is the good news. So the cloud line is located right about in here, and it's tracking to the south with a system that's off to our south and west. That means the sunshine will be coming out for us today as the system begins to move away from us, which means high pressure will move in briefly, but a few more clouds will begin to approach before another system starts to approach, or at least the back edge a bit, and that'll give us opportunities for rain and snow showers as we head towards later this week. So futurecasts moving forward, they'll get a lot of sunshine, maybe a few passing clouds from time to time. This chance for rain and snow showers will come from a very unusual direction from the northeast going toward the south and west, but not so much Tuesday, but as we head towards Tuesday night and the parts of Wednesday, a lot of the chances for snow that'll begin to rotate in from time to time, and maybe switching over to a few rain showers as well as temperatures warm up. Not a lot of snow with this. We don't have to worry about this at all. Maybe 1 to 2 inches, isolated areas of 3 inches before we're all finished up. So not a huge deal at all, but just a little bit of snow that will be on the way. And maybe a mix mixing with a little bit of rain as well. This does take into account the snowfall too, but it's measured in rainfall units, so some areas can see a quarter of an inch of water and some capacity before we're all finished up. Otherwise, though, gusty winds will also be on the way, reaching up to around 25 miles per hour throughout the daytime today, and just a few spots, mainly along the coastline, farther inland, not too bad. We'll see the winds backing off a little bit later tonight, but look what happens tomorrow. More gusty winds up at 20 to 25 miles per hour will be on the way. And already the wave heights are pretty active, ranging from around 7 to 12 feet according to some of the buoys out there, even up to 11 feet further out towards sea. So we're going to be watching the wave heights as we do move forward this week. Our average high is 36 degrees. We'll reach for the upper 20s, a little below average today, with lower 30s for you Tuesday, back above normal as we head towards Wednesday and Thursday in the upper 30s. We'll remain in the upper 30s Friday and Saturday, and also into your Sunday. So for today, upper 20s, mostly sunny and breezy, with that north wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. As for tonight, upper teens getting a little chilly out there with a mostly clear sky, and that north breeze getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. As for tomorrow, lower 30s, partly cloudy and breezy. Northwest wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Scott's Recreation extended forecast chances for snow begin Tuesday night with rain and snow showers possible on Wednesday, highs in the upper 30s. We then become mostly cloudy on Thursday, highs in the upper 30s. More rain and snow showers on Friday, highs also in the upper 30s.
Don't cry, don't whine. Get yours where I got mine. At BB's Tattoo Company, 262 Moosehead Trail, Newport.
Two Old Goats Antiquities and Artisans is located in Trenton. Our shop is open year-round, offering more than 3,000 square feet of antiques, furniture, collectibles, and just plain fun stuff. We are a group shop featuring 18 different vendors, each with their own style. We buy and sell vintage items, antiques, and curios. For more info, follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Two Old Goats Antiquities and Artisans, 749 Bar Harbor Road in Trenton. We know once you've stopped in and seen all the great deals we have to offer, you'll be back.
Pro football fans, it's You Pick'em NFL, the Pro Football Challenge from Fox 22. Go to foxbangor.com, click on You Pick'em, and go to You Pick'em NFL. Make your picks, and you could be the weekly winner of a gift certificate from Chase's Family Restaurant in Bangor. Brought to you by Chase's Family Restaurant in Bangor, Prouty Auto Body in Dover Foxcroft, Twin City Tile and Brewer, and Twin City Tint in Brewer. Compete all season long for the grand prize trip for two to Hawaii. It's You Pick'em NFL at foxbangor.com.
Did you know that Renewal by Andersen will replace your windows any time of the year and in any weather? Made with our exclusive Fibrix material, which is vastly superior to vinyl, never needs painting, and resists warping and bowing. We custom build your replacement windows in the USA and back them with the nation's best warranty. Call Renewal by Andersen for your free consultation. Don't miss this money-saving deal with great financing. Installation is always included. Call now.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. Now let's check in with Howard to see what's cooking in the Mr. Food Test kitchen.
Hey, do you have your Christmas dinner menu planned out yet? I know some of you are out there rolling your eyes and saying, "Are you kidding? I did mine months ago." Well, others are rolling your eyes and saying, "Are you kidding? The holiday isn't until next week." No matter where you are in your planning, I want to show you how to cook a Christmas dinner favorite, prime rib. This is a boneless beef ribeye. As you can see, it has what is known as a fat cap, and the meat is well marbled. These together make this super moist and flavorful. To cook it, we place it in a roasting pan, fat side up. Then we rub it with a mixture that we made by combining some Dijon mustard, vegetable oil, brown sugar, a little flour, allspice, and some salt and pepper. We let this roast on high for a few minutes, which seals in the natural goodness. Then we lower the temperature so it cooks low and slow. When the temperature hits 140 degrees on a meat thermometer, we place it on the counter and let it rest for a few minutes. Get ready for lots of oohs and ahs, because once you start slicing this, everyone at the table is going to be drooling until they get their piece. To get the recipe for our roasted holiday prime rib with its crunchy flavor pack coating, Simply visit our website. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a holiday special way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Looks good to me any day of the week. Well, the holiday season brings an increase in deliveries to homes across the country, and Amazon is making it easy to show your appreciation for your delivery drivers. Amazon announcing a new initiative for the holiday season that will allow customers to tip their delivery drivers $5 at no cost to them. All you have to do is use an Alexa-enabled device and say, "Alexa, thank my driver."